Hello guys, and today we're going to talk about my build, the Gunner Stunner build, and what this build is based around is 100% stun effective versus any enemy, including any boss on the game of Outward. So, first off into the build, we're going to talk about what we use. I use the Dual Bird Mask, 19% movement speed, combined with Master Trader Garb for the minus 10% stamina cost and plus 5% movement speed, and also minus 5%. Also the Master Trader Boots, minus 5% the stamina cost and plus 15% movement speed. This is going to give us a high capacity of movement speed of a total of plus 35%. Pop a Diggy I can get that up to 45%, I believe, movement speed. So that's really good high movement speed there. It's not highly resistant for defenses, but it's still okay. I prefer the movement speed to anything else on this game. You very rarely see me wearing a heavy armor of any kind. You'll always see me using these three things. It's just for the maximum speed and the stamina as well, because I love the way I can just swing away and I don't have to worry about my stamina, you know? So the first thing in this build is matter of preference. I usually use Maelstrom Blade for the confusion infliction, but I also use Cannon Pistol. Now you're going to say, what's the point in using a Maelstrom Blade with a Cannon Pistol? They both inflict confusion. Why not just switch out for the brand? And now this is a matter of preference. I like the brand as well, so I'll switch it out sometimes and use the brand depending on what I'm fighting or what boss I'm against, you know? But I do like the extra little free impact you get. I know it's not much, it's barely noticeable, but you do get an extra free impact and a little bit more damage from the Maelstrom all in all. But you can get more off the brand if you are going to pop boons and stuff like that, like the ice, the cool boon and stuff. That's going to give you an extra damage multiplier with the brand. And if you pop an ice varnish on it, then you're going to get even higher. But if you go to the Kazite Spellblade guy for the, I forgot what it's called now, Greater or Master Ice Imbue. You know exactly what I'm on about. The Ice Imbue from Kazite Spellblade. Now, if you use that, that's actually got a little bit higher. It's not too much noticeable, but there is a few extra different numbers between it. It is a little bit better than an actual Frost Varnish. Those imbues that you get from the Kazite Spellblade, the Fire Imbue and the Frost Imbue, those are slightly more powerful than the regular frost varnishes or fire varnishes that you get. Not by a lot, but by a little bit, and they also have a higher chance to proc the statuses, like, say, the frost varnish will inflict slowdown on the enemies by slowing the enemy like 40% or longer, about 60% or something, not exactly sure on that one. But then you got the one, like the fire varnish, not the fire varnish, the greater fire imbue, the fire, you know what I'm on about, that will inflict extra fire damage as well to the opponent and give him a higher chance of a status proc from burning. So now the weapons that I use, like I say, Cannon Pistol, Obsidian Pistol, and the Chimera Pistol. The Chimera Pistol I use with Frost Bullet because it's a higher damage output with the Frost Bullet. So the reason I use this is because it takes down the enemy resistances or boss resistances by minus 25%. That's for every single resistance. Not just that, I put the, I've got to make sure, Shatter Bullet, that's the right one, Shatter Bullet, inside the Cannon Pistol, because if I put Shatter Bullet inside that, it will also inflict pain and confusion on the enemy. And the good thing is, with pistols, when you inflict a status, like, say, the Frost Bullet status for slowdown, or the pain infliction from the Shatter Bullet, it will stay on that enemy until it's dead. That is the beauty about guns, it's a 100% chance as well. That's a beautiful thing right there, guys. And I also use the Obsidian Pistol. It's just preference really I use this for, just for the extra little DOT. Because like I said, the Chimera Pistol is going to take resistances down off the enemy by minus 25%. So that's going to make them a little bit weaker to fire damage. So that's where the fire DOT is going to do a little bit more damage there, which is a beautiful thing as well. So I've got those three pistols combined. And also what the Shatter Bullet does, it inflicts pain on the enemy. So that weakens the enemy's physical resistances down by minus 25%. Confusion also takes down the enemy's impact resistances by minus 25%, which is very huge and important for this build right here. So with the combo with that, now you're going to need Shamanic Resonance skill, this one right here, because without Shamanic Resonance, you're only going to get the regular 25% rage. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get 25% from rage, which gives you more impact damage. So with the Shamanic Resonance tier 3 breakthrough skill, now if you've got that and you've got Enrage, instead of the regular 25% 25%, it's going to double that to 50%. Same with when you've got focus for the discipline boon. That's going to grant you, instead of 25% raw damage, it's going to give you plus 50 raw damage. So those are two big buffs right there from Shaman alone. You're also getting the extra elemental resistances by 10% from whatever boon you pop as well. So that's another beautiful thing. So you're not just getting a higher damage output, you're also doing a little bit more things as well. So right there, off the bat, with Rage, with Shaman, is going to give us 50 stagger ability, right? That's 50 impact right off the bat there, yeah, guys? Now, with the Confusional Infliction, minus 25% to impact resistances, that's also going to give us 75% impact stagger on enemies, because you got confusion and then you got the 50%, that's 75%. And then what you're going to use is where is it? I think it's a Poutine or a Warrior Elixir. Poutine or a Warrior Elixir, either one. Where is it now? This right here, Warrior Elixir. I don't think I've got any Poutines on me, but I've got a Warrior Elixir. So this is what you're going to do. This is going to give you more physical damage. This don't get buffed by Shamanic Resonance, however. So don't be thinking this gets like extra buffs from the Shaman, which it doesn't. But yeah, the Warrior Elixir there is going to give you an ability called, well, a boon sort of thing. It's not a boon, but like a skill sort of thing. A skill boon, we'll call it, yeah. That gives you a thing called Impact Up. And what that does is give you an extra 25 or 20% extra impact damage, which will complete the build and give you a total of 100% stagger ability. So 100% impact damage to enemies. So anything that's going to literally start swinging at you, you're just going to stagger instantly. If you've noticed in my videos, like the video Calixer gets bullied on Twitch, or Elite Mantis Shrimp gets bullied naked and stuff like that with a naked fight, then you'll notice that they can't do anything hardly. By the time she's swung, she's getting instantly staggered, and that's due to this little abilities that I've got on all the stagger and stuff like that. So all around, this is a fast speed, high HP, high stamina, and also an all-round good build for damage. And it's not even designed for damage, because if it was designed for damage, I'd have gone with the Levant faction for the 15% DPS, or I'd have gone with Exalted from the Monsoon faction for the extra, 30% double damage, whatever you get. But I just don't like the sacrifice that comes with it. It's just not worth it in my eyes. But yeah, I like all-rounded, well-even builds. So I go with high HP, high stamina, and a little bit of mana I've put on this build, just so I can keep popping the cool boons. I mean, I've got a lot of frost potions, whatever they are, cool potions, but it saves using them. So I just use the cool boon more or less often. Also, if it's cold outside, say winter time, I'll use Call to Elements, because then it also provides me with a free frost boon. That's when it's snowing. Or even at night time, even if it's not snowing at night time, it's cold, so you can use Call to Elements. That's also going to give you a free frost boon. Or should I say the cool boon? I apologise, got that mixed up. So what I've got on this build as well is I like parries. So I've got Brace, which is vital as well for this build, because it's going to give you the focus boon if that wears off when you've already popped it. So that's going to give you it back if you time it right and you parry the enemy. I've also got Counter-Strike, because I love Counter-Strike. If you've not noticed, nearly most of my, if not all of my characters, no, not all my characters, I've got 5, I just haven't bothered showing them on my YouTube yet. I've got a two-handed sword, a two-handed axe, I just haven't got down to doing videos. But I use Counter-Strike on mainly all those classes. There's just the odd one that doesn't have it. I can't remember now. I think it was my two-handed, or no, it was one of my two-handed axes and one of my two-handed swords that doesn't have it. But I made another axe fighter recently, two-handed, so he's got Counter-Strike this time. But yeah, I use Counter-Strike. It's a very good ability if you know how to time the enemies right. Once you know the enemy's movements and stuff, then all these parries, Counter-Strike and Brace are really helpful, because once you master your opponent, you master the game, and so forth. But yeah, it's an all-around great build. But like I say, I put Frostbullet in my Chimera pistol, and I put Frostbullet in my Obsidian pistol as well. So then what happens is, once I shoot Frostbullet, like if I haven't already stated, it's going to slow the enemy down drastically as well. So it makes it easier to dodge attacks. It makes them slower at casting attacks or spells or whatever boss you're fighting, whatever they do. It makes them slower at those exact things. I use this backpack as well because I love the 110 backpack. I'm always looting. I just grab everything I see, seaweed, fish, anything I see, I just pick it up because I'm a hoarder. And that's why you always see me with the Mephinos Trade backpack. All in all, it's a well-rounded build, again, guys. And I'll show you the other things I've got as well. Where is it? Oh, that's messed up, that. Where is it? Right, so I've got armor training, decreases stamina and movement penalties from wearing armor by 50%. Fast maintenance, you repair your equipment 50% faster when you allocate time to repairing in the rest menu. I've got fitness, increase your maximum health by 25 and the amount of health you restore while sleeping by 20%. Steady arm, increase impact resistance by 15 while you are blocking. Shamanic resonance, this is the number one thing right here that is important for this build, just so you get that extra 25% stagger or impact damage from the rage boon. And then what you're going to... Oh, wait, I need to read that out for you guys. Sorry. The effective boons on you are increased. For example, a boon that increases your fire resistance by 20 would increase it by 30 instead. I've got weather tolerance. Increase your hot and cold weather defense by 8. Increases your decay resistance by 5. Really good for tanks, sword and shield as well. It's good for any build anyway. It's a free skill. Why not get it? Right, and this is important. Survivor's Resilience increases your maximum health by 40. Now, I actually don't get Survivor's Resilience for the health. If doesn't matter whatever it had, even if it didn't go with the build, I'd still get it just for Leap Slam. Leap Slam to win, Counter Strike to win, Shield Bash to win. Those are the three things that you need, and you've won the game. I never use Fang Strikes. I very rarely use it. If you've seen any of my videos, you'll very, very rarely see me, if at all, use Fang Strikes because I find it a waste. It eats up the Rage Boon as soon as you cast it. So then you're going to be losing out on that 50% damage output, also the 50% impact output, just because you wanted to inflict extreme bleeding on the opponent. That only takes 2 health down a second on the enemy. Now, it's pretty big, but still, it's not worth the sacrifice of damage loss that you're going to be doing. So now we're going to move to slow metabolism. It takes more time for you to become hungry, thirsty, and sleepy. Steadfast Aesthetics, very vital for this build because it's going to give you higher stamina as well. And I love high stamina builds for the simple reason I can just swing away. It gives me more opportunities to roll out the way of attacks. It also gives me more chances to use abilities as well, because some of your abilities that you cast, like Leap Slam, they do take quite a little bit of stamina off you. So it helps for those sort of things, you know. It helps with Counter Strike as well, and all those other good things. Blood of the Giants, very important to get from the Ash Giants quest from the Blue Chamber faction. Very, very good, very handy, extra 40 health, very good indeed, guys. And also the Peacemaker Elixir, what you get from completion of the game at the end, from the faction, whatever you was with, if you completed it all and stuff. So it increases your maximum health, stamina, and mana by 20, which is very, very good as well. So like I say, if I haven't already stated, health 220, max stamina 155, and mana is 40. You can put more mana on this build if you wish. It's just I'm happy with 40. I don't need no more than that. I'm very comfortable at 40. Some people might want just 20. You know, it's all a matter of preference. I were happy at 40, but if you want to buff that up a little bit more, then please proceed. You know, it won't weaken it will weaken your health and a little bit of stamina, but it's, you know, if you want to put an extra 2 fucking things on it, then it's not going to really harm the build, an extra minus 10% to stamina cost or your health. But yeah, that's the main thing right there, guys, and that's how you've got 100% stagger against enemies, and it's just the cheese life. It's just really easy then from there on out, and that's it. Just master your opponent and you master the game. Master your counters, you master your opponent and everything else. And I hope you enjoyed. That is the Gunner Stunner build, and I hope it helped you all out. Peace, guys.